Hey, what is up, YouTube? I'm actually gonna be able to do a narration this time, whoop-de-doo, because basically my family's all here. Well, not all my family, it's just no one would leave me the fuck alone. So I'm getting bugged. But yeah, I'm gonna start up this battle, which I've been in kind of a UU rut, and this team isn't the best thought out. So yeah, I'm just gonna start it anyways because it is pretty damn close, if I do say so myself. So I'm just gonna set up Stealth Rock this turn, knowing that he can't straight off the bat OHKO me, so I'm not fearful here. I thought he might be some magic bounce type from Tony Flygon's like Uber thing, but apparently not. So he's gonna take this turn to set up Stealth Rocks, and I'm gonna try to scare him out with a Ice Beam, which he does get scared for, and I'm just gonna set up Spikes. So that means anything he'll be switching into will take a lot more damage, so and that's actually pretty damn helpful. This team is based around Arcanine and Selby, hopefully trying to wreck some stuff, but it doesn't do too well this match. But as you'll see next match, I'm gonna post up, it does quite a bit better. So he's gonna go for an obvious overheat, and I'm gonna take that for Flash Fire, but I do take the Stealth Rock damage, which is unfortunate as hell. So that just means I'm gonna be hitting it. I'm gonna hopefully go for. I went for a Flare Blitz just because I hoped he switched out into anything else. But honestly, I don't know why he stayed in, but he did, and it worked out for the best for him. And he's gonna go for a T-Bolt this turn, and I'm like, fuck. So that's not the best thing ever. And now my Arcanine is completely useless. So I'm just going to go for a close combat this turn, knowing he's not going to switch out for whatever reason he decided not to. And now I'm going to be able to revenge kill him with basically any Pokemon I want. So here I'm going to send out my Porygon Z, that is my Scarfer. And it was supposed to be Scarfed, but this match you'll see that it's not Scarfed, unfortunately. But I guess it doesn't really get shown until later, so I'm gonna go for a Tri-Attack just because adaptability makes it super powerful, or at least 160 BP, which is pretty damn useful. And so here I'm gonna go for another Tri-Attack as he goes for the Trick, and I'm gonna get a Choice Band, but I guess that's not too bad because I don't really care about it. So I'm gonna go for that Tri-Attack once more, and I apparently tossed him a Choice Specs, so yeah. And he's gonna get the para, but then his Synchronize is gonna get me the para. So I was like, fuck. And he's gonna go for the Heal Bell, and I'm just gonna go for another Tri-Attack, expecting my Pokemon to die. So yeah, he is locked into Hebo, but it doesn't matter because I killed him. So he's gonna go into Heracross. Yeah, I get it. Not really. It's a Beagle, but whatever. I'm gonna switch out just because I know a close combat is way too obvious, and I can set up spikes on his butt, knowing that he's Scarf at this point, because normally in a Heracross would not be able to outspeed, because most Heracrosses are adamant, so that's great. I'm gonna set up more spikes as he's gonna switch out into Snorlax, which is gonna cause a big old Star Wars. So I'm still gonna narrate, but I had to speed it up quite a bit. But it's not that fast because Sony is being a dumb thing. So yeah, this thing is not like your average Frostlass. It's more of a defensive variant. It has about 221 defense, 220 defense, and the 339 HP. It has no speed EVs or special attack EVs. So yeah, that is probably my second layer spikes, one of those two. I'm not exactly sure at the point yet. And so I'm gonna say, oh yeah, that was my second layer. This is my third that I'm setting up now, just to see what kind he is. I said if he's not Choice Banded, I can probably take him out at this point. Not take him out, but I can probably survive the hit well, which I do honestly. Go Frostlass. So here I'm gonna take the chance to actually Pain Split instead of Destiny Bond, which in this case probably would have caused a less of war, but it's still a good thing because I do take a good chunk out of his life with that one move. And he's gonna Fire Punch me, but that's cool and all because I can take these things pretty well, honestly. But I do get a burn, which is quite unfortunate. And so here I'm gonna have to Pain Split once more. Oh, no, wait, I believe I do it the next turn that I Pain Split. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I Pain Split this turn. And that's going to drop him quite a bit more health, just because I need all that damage I can get. And so I'm just taking chunks out of his health as he's getting burn damage on me, which is not awesome because I don't like that residual damage, blah. God, I haven't done one in animation in like a week or so, so it's not at my best. So yeah, I'm gonna have to switch out into my Porygon Z, who I know can take a Fire Punch, and so I'm gonna hopefully retaliate with a whatever it's freaking called, trick. But no, I expected him to actually predict one thing in this entire match at this point, but I go for a Tri Attack. Yeah, that's not gonna do shit to it. Actually, that is a small chunk, about much like my last Pain Split. But I know that I'm useless here, and so I'm just gonna get killed, and Porygon Z is gonna die. So yeah, here I send in my Donphan just because I want to spin away those rocks, and I know he doesn't have a Ghost type because he's defenseless against it. So now I'm free to send in whatever poke I want without any damage at all. And here he's gonna go for Body Slam, and he does get that paralyzation, and I really did not want that, to be honest. And he's gonna get his left piece recovery, so I'm a bit at a low point because this paralyzation does basically cost me the match, and so that's probably a hiccup in the Sony. Hopefully you don't see that. So here he's gonna send in manually the Milotic, and so yeah, I do make some team revisions because I just remembered that this team is so close to Falcons type thing with the Donphan and the Frostlass and shit like that. And this actually is the exact set that Selby Falodran equals. Yay. So that thing's gonna take up a lot, and I'm gonna go straight for a Nasty Plot. Well, it's not the exact set because this set fails, and because I'm running Earth Power over Hidden Power Fire like an idiot. So yeah, that means I'm gonna be able to take out of this thing with Giga Drain. No, I do with Earth Power in case he wants to switch into something stupid. But yeah, that's okay. So here that thing's gonna die, and now he's gonna go into Herafloss because that could basically scare me out with a Mega Horn. And I know that this thing can wreck my team now after this battle, so I made a counter for that too. So yay. And now I'm going to go into Frostlass as he goes for the Mega Horn just because I want to sack my Frostlass to get something better into play. And so yeah, as that's going along, I'm just going to let my Frostlass die, and he's going to take that Toxic Orb damage. And now I'm going to go into Scavalier because Scavalier is my only hope to KO this thing, knowing that I could take one close combat, hoping nothing stupid happens. And I take it. I don't take it very well at all, but I do take it. So that... Iron Head is going to get off on him, and he's going to die. So I'm looking better, and now he's going to go to Shaman, and I'm too low to even bother trying to save it Scavalier, even though I do have no rocks up. So yeah, but I don't have a form of recovery because this is a choice band. But that's okay, so Scavalier is going to die, and I only have one hope to take this thing out, and it's my Selby. And so he's going to go for Hidden Power Ice, and this is another stall that we have here. So I'm just going to go for a Nasty Plot this turn. Wanted to see how much that Hidden Power would do. And thankfully, it doesn't do above half. So that means I can be able to stall it out, and I hopefully will win the war. And so he's going to keep going for Hidden Power Ices, and I'm going to have to recover up. And hoping he doesn't get any type of crits or anything, I would be in a good case to take on his last poke, which is Milotic. But as you'll see in a second, not in a second, it's quite a big stall match. So he's going to keep going for Hidden Power Ice as I'm trying to find a good spot to Nasty Plot, which I find here. And I know that he can take me out with another because Celebi's a freaking monster. So yeah, he's going to go for one more Hidden Power, and I'm going to recover. And here I'm just going to start recovering because I only need +4 to do about a good dent to 3-hit KO the Shaman with a Giga Drain. And with using Giga Drain, he'll be mostly unable to KO me with Hidden Power. And out of all this, he doesn't get one crit, so that's great. But it does bite me in the ass later in the match, as you'll see. So I'm going to keep recover stalling him. God, I forgot how much PP Hidden Power gets, but it's quite a bit. So he's going to keep using it. I'm pretty sure it's Fire. Not exactly sure. I don't know. So I'm going to recover and keep recovering. So here I find to be a great spot just to take him out. Well, not take him out, but to try to go for that Giga Drain. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So he's gonna go for that hidden power fire, and I'm gonna go for that Giga Drain, and that Giga Drain is gonna do barely under half. So I'm gonna get quite a bit of health back, and I'm gonna be able to 3-shot him, as I'm pretty sure that's pretty apparent that I'm gonna be able to 3-shot him. So he's gonna go for another hidden power, and I'm gonna go for another Giga Drain, and I'm gonna be in a pretty good spot. But yeah, barely doesn't KO. So unfortunately he's faster because, like on Valorant set, I'm only running the 40 speed EVs, but I don't have anything to like paralyze this or anything. Like, yeah, so here I'm gonna go for my last Giga Drain, and I'm gonna be barely above half with all this done. So yeah, I'm not in a great spot, but since all he has left is my Lodic, I'm hoping to God that this is some form of non-special attacker or anything with Ice Beam. But luck just does not go my way, and he sends out a Life Orb Ice Beam my way, and that's going to cost me my Celebi. And so, yeah. All I have left is my Dawn Fan, and I'm like, oh, I lost this battle. I lost. So here he's going to make a weird-ass play, and he's going to go for that Hidden Power Grass. And Hidden Power is not going to KO, but it's going to put him in a great range to get hurt with an EQ and die. But no, I'm not getting paralyzed. That's dandy, so I'm like, oh my god, I have one more hope, is to go for the Ice Shard. Oh, I'm paralyzed again. Why not? So he's going to go for an Ice Beam, and that means it's a double down. I lose 0-0. Oh my god, that was probably some gay ending. To me, I was pissed. So comment, like, and subscribe.